It's not a hard group of guys to serve.
A dozen active duty and veterans come here every year to hunt and bond through nature. Dozens more come just to support the hunters.
We send them in faraway lands in small groups. They do their job. If one of them gets injured and comes home, they take their sword from them. They say, go back into your home and reconnect with the community, and now they don't have their sword. These are elite warriors. They're meant to have a sword.
The goal is to help them heal from the battles they fought far away. Now the charity has added a new chapter to help its warriors.
Is there somebody here whose wife's name is Jessica? Can you come up?
You freaking joking, man? I was just floored, overcome with emotion. If you were over there filming it. This came from way out of left field. This was an uppercut. I wasn't ready for it, and it popped me. I have no idea. This dog right here is going to allow me to go to Disney World with my family. He'll go everywhere with me. I'll not leave him anywhere. He's going to be my new ranger buddy.
That was a recap of part one of my This is Carolina special that aired last week about a local charity called SOWW. It stands for Special Operations Wounded Warriors. SOWW members and hunters come here annually for a hog hunt called Taking Bacon. It happens under the radar. We showed you the difference the charity has made to one retired Army Ranger and how his new military service dog will change his life. Now we want to tell you more about the charity's Horry County roots, how it was locally inspired by an American war hero, and where these elite military dogs come from. Here's part two of my This is Carolina special report. Tucked away on a golf course.
You'll pour your heart into this thing.
Sitting around the table.
It'll get so big that we can change a lot of lives.
Are people dedicated to saving our Special Forces veterans.
You lose 22 of these guys a day, and that number rings in my head constantly. And this is a battle that it's going to take many of us to do. So.
PTSD and military suicides are battles the SOWW charity is fighting with a new weapon. And it was inspired by a chance encounter between local businessman and SOWW board member Judd Kuhn and a veteran named Josh.
I met a gentleman that was a double amputee Green Beret that was a dog handler at one of the events. He had a dog, a Malinois named Archie. Archie had titanium teeth. He was very impressive, very intense dog. Josh and I ended up having a relationship, and he and I decided we would start a dog program.
A friendship blossomed, and so did a life-changing commitment.
But our goal is let's not do 22 deaths a day. 22 guys taken, let's get it down to 18. Let's get it down to 14. Let's get it down to 12. I personally believe the experiences and these canines will lower that number. I really believe that in all my heart.
Just as quickly as the race to find an Archie for every veteran began, Josh's battle with PTSD came to an end. He became one of the 22.
And I'm sorry. And that's what fueled me. I said, okay, Josh is gone. So I sat around one night and I wrote down Josh and I put, joining obedient shepherds with heroes.
Just like that. SOWW's partnership with Baden K9 began.
And I decided that's what we're going to do.
Josh is basically a home invading intruder coming into Judge home. This is serious business, okay? Whenever you're working with these dogs. Make sense?
What's up, boys?
We have 3 specific breeds, the Belgian Malinois, Dutch Shepherds, and German Shepherds.
Hey, you! Show me your hands! Show me your hands! The great thing, one of the best things about having a battle dog, a military working dog, or a dog like this, good take, is that it actually forces you to resharpen. He must become sharp and remain sharp in his awareness of his environment and how he communicates and moves in his environment, or the dogs are going to control everything. Turn and face the wall now, or you'll continue being bit.
After 17 years of military and special operations service,
hands on the wall!
Kevin Whitenet is now a military contractor who uses his dog Callie as an example of what Baden K9 is doing for SOWW.
A typical day with Callie is a day of training. Leave. In preparation for operations. So the operation could be this, coming here to SOWW to hang out with operators, do some demos. Judd, call 911. Give them some education on family protection dogs or military working dogs. That could be the operation, or the operation could be you know, punching in Northwest Mosul, you know, on the last push against ISIS.
These aren't Cuddle dogs, highly trained and skilled, like its operator. Each Baden canine can be like Callie, or it can serve as a service and high-end family obedience and protection dog, or all of the above. Baden Canine is Canadian-based, and owner Josh Perry says whatever the SOWW veteran wants out of the dog, he gets.
It varies on the need, so if they're looking for a trained, you know, we call fully trained dog, it can be anywhere from 10 to 13, 14 months.
Training doesn't happen overnight, and the wait list is long.
There's a lot of veterans out there waiting, you know, we've spoke to veterans before where they've been waiting for a couple of years to get a dog. You know, and you know, 2 minutes is a long time. 2 years is a very long time. Like, how does a dog go to places that medicine and man can't?
Kevin may have some of that answer.
The greatest thing the dog does for the warriors, it forces them to reconnect with human beings. One of the greatest challenges to warriors who are suffering from emotional distress or combat physical trauma or combat brain trauma is isolation.
What to say, man? I don't know what to do.
So one by one, SOWW and Baden Canine are slowly chipping away at the number 22.
Thank you, Lord.
Finding ways to fight the clock.
Thank you, Lord.
With Josh's memory in mind, and get more of these dogs into the hands of special operations, active duty, and veterans.
22 a day, 22 a day, 22 a day, taking their lives, taking their lives. We don't have time.
WNBF video journalist Michael Walter and I are honored to have been able to share that story with you. The goal is for SOWW to keep growing its partnerships to be able to integrate more of the dogs into veterans' lives and make a difference. This was part 2 of a 2-part series. Judd Kuhn called me the other day to say part 1 was sent to President Trump. We're waiting to get a call back from him. And the dog food company, Blue Buffalo, has reached out to SOWW, offering free dog food for a year to the veterans who get these dogs. Now, if you want to see more of this story, or if you missed part 1 that aired last week, all you have to do is go to WNBFnews.com. You can find this story on our homepage or in the This is Carolina section under the local tab. You can watch both stories there now. You can also